My first goal in this video was to get the rarest item on the server, which would be the dragon egg. My plan to do this is to bridge up really high at the max build limit and over to 0-0 because the dragon egg always spawns at 0-0 at the highest point, so if I made a platform there, it would spawn there and I'd be able to get it easily without having to fight anybody. During all this, my teammates were distracting my enemies down below by fighting them and baiting, but most of them didn't have strength potions, so they died. One positive from this fight is that Spoofy, like you can see here, was able to kill Blue Demon, and that just made it a bit easier for our team. The rule for the fight was that after 15 minutes the dragon would be killed, so that didn't last too long, so all I had to do was wait up here while my teammates baited, and once I did, I was able to collect the dragon egg, and my first goal would be completed. As you can see here, I did mess up the bed placement, so I had to do a bit of reconstruction on my tower, but in the end, I was able to get the dragon egg, and it was a successful fight, even if the other team beat most of our players. Now that my first goal was completed, my next goal was to obtain stacked gear such as a lot of notch apples and other enchanted items. So the first plan was to just go around to a bunch of ancient cities and collect as much gear as I could, and hopefully it went well. Throughout this section, I will have to cover the coords and the chat because my teammate was messaging me and I didn't want to reveal any coordinates or plans that we had in the future. Now that I was in the first ancient city, I began to loot chests. As you can see, it took a lot of chests to get notch apples, and my goal was to hopefully get 15 by the end, and I had to loot a total of, I believe, 10 ancient cities to get my estimated goal. And this entire process took me basically a whole night, and I had to grind for a long amount of time. This is insane. As you can see, I was pretty excited. This is the rarest armor trim in the game, and I had gotten it, and it just proved how much more powerful and rich I was than everybody else on the server. At this point though, I did decide to head home, stopping at a few temples on the way just to test my luck. I didn't get anything, but overall it was a good haul. I got 12 notch apples, a bunch of Swift Sneak 3 books, the rarest armor trim in the game, and a bunch of extra diamond leggings. The last thing I decided to do was brew up a bunch of potions so I'd be prepared for any combat that came my way, and at this point I was as rich as I could be, being way more powerful than everybody else on the server, and established a role and key part of my team. I had completed everything on the list, but there was one more thing that I had wanted to do but couldn't complete, and that was obtain the most powerful item on this server, Bob the Brewing Stand. But he will be returned to me, even if it takes a whole war. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing. A lot of effort went into it, and all the support helps.